Hello, everyone. It says I'm live. Hopefully you can hear me. Nice to see you back, Chocolate Witch. I had to miss yesterday's because I had a sleep study done. So I had to get my hair washed because it had a lot of goop in it. If you've ever had one of those, man, they put the mess in your hair. So, nice to see you again, Jennifer. I had a problem with my phone and I had to reset it back to factory settings and then reset it up without the backup because there appears to be a problem with the backup. So I just got my Forest app hopefully running again. So it is available if we decide to go with growing trees. I do have the app again as far as I know. So hopefully it's working. Well, there's a motorcycle. No, you didn't miss yesterday, Jennifer. I wasn't able to do it. Like I said, I had to go to that sleep study. And it was during the same time as that. So I had to let the stream go. I try to let as many people know as possible. Of course, we're going to grow trees. Well, that's why I was trying so hard to get that to work. I don't have hardly anything on my phone, but I was trying to get the app on my phone. So I know there are people in here who do like to grow trees. And you can be in charge of the trees because you've got trees. I don't have much. And so, I am more than happy to let you be in charge of the tree growing so that we don't have the same old pine tree or whatever the heck it is I have. More and more people are using that app now, so it's become more popular, definitely. So I'm glad to see you guys here. It was a rough time. And Rosalyn is here. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. We're going to get started here soon. You guys have an idea how long you want to sprint for? Anywhere from 15 minutes on. I just don't like the 10-minute ones. I don't think they're worthwhile. But anything from 15 on, within reason. I know there's a couple people that like to, Devin's liable to say 125 hours or something like that. So, you guys decide what you want to do lengthwise. Jennifer's going to set up a tree room so that we can grow trees for whoever wants to. And if you're not familiar with trees, it's called the Forest app, and it costs a few dollars. I usually do 30. I mean, truthfully, I do 30. But I listen to what the people say. If there's people in there that don't want to do that much, then I won't. But I personally like longer ones because it's easier to get more done. I've been working kind of half on my blog, half on trying to set up my NaNoWriMo project. So, that's fine. 40 is fine with me if everybody else wants to do 40. I mean, it's up to you guys. Rose's tree app is already up for 60 minutes. Wow. Now, I haven't gone that far yet, but Jennifer's setting it up. So you guys you guys discuss it with Jennifer. Whatever she wants to put on there, I'll set the timer for. 40 is okay. 40 is fine with me, so we can do 40. I don't know how the chocolate witch feels, but I mean, if it's too long, you can always stop when you're ready and do something else until the timer runs out. I mean, it's, you're on your own. You make your own choices here. So we're going to try. All right. So we're going to try 40. I've got to set the timer up. You've got to set the room up. Make sure you type it into the chat so that everybody can. Oh, Amy, I've missed you. You're my number one fan. I've been waiting to see you. It's been so quiet in here without you. Really quiet. All right, let me see. Let me get that code in before I set the timer up so I can join the room too. Let's see. I am logged out. How can I be logged out? I just opened this up. All right, let me start over. Join room. It's going to be one of those days. I can see that. All right, see. 4. Nope, not going to let me do it. Okay. Well, I don't need to join. It's not going to kill me not to join. We can't sit here all day while I figure out what's wrong with my phone. I've been having issues. That's why I had to reset it to factory settings, and it's still obviously not working right. So I'll just sit this out. Unless nobody else joins with you, you might have to do a single. I'm not sure who else on here does the trees. Now, Amy, a much needed mental health break, and I'm back and better than ever. That's good to hear. I did see you doing some writing in other sprints, and it looked like you were doing some other things, so I'm glad to see that. I know you worried me there for a little while. I was worried about you. I'm glad to see you're doing better. And I've definitely missed you. I couldn't join the thing. Did you get anybody, Jennifer? Because I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know what's with my phone. It's having problems. It doesn't want to let me in. It might just be this one, but it just keeps telling me no. So, I don't know what to say. Yeah, writing. I agree with Jennifer. Writing is my therapy too. And when I'm so bad I can't write, then things are bad. And it happens sometimes. It's been rough. She was worried about me. I know. After not seeing me for a couple of weeks, I was in the hospital 6 weeks. And it's like I got word to a couple people through my phone. Occasionally I was able to sign in, and a couple people knew, but I didn't know how spread it got, to other people. So I was sorry to worry everybody, but it's not like I could make a video and say I'm in the hospital, because that wasn't happening. So it wasn't like I just, it wasn't like I just stopped, but it looked that way. But I was able to let a couple people know. It's just, not, they weren't able to tell everybody. Well, I'm glad I'm okay too. And hopefully I'll stay that way. I have things I have to do, and it means a lifestyle change. So it's not going to be easy. But I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon if I can help. mm. So, is anybody going to do, because it won't let me in. Jennifer, that's why you started stalking me on Instagram. Oh, but I'm not on Instagram at Tessa Dean. It's Tessa Writes Full Time on Instagram. Tessa Writes Full Time, all, one word. That's my Instagram. So that's how you'd have to find me if you were looking for me. Yeah, it's not under Tessa Dean. Because I already had created the other one a long time ago. Because Tessa's been my blogging name for almost 10 years now. So when I created Instagram, even though I didn't use it, I used that Tessa Writes Full Time. So if you're looking for me, that's what you need to put in. I've got a lot of people now, believe me, and believe how many people are on Instagram. I used to be on Facebook, but I don't even bother with it much anymore. Instagram, I go on there and check it out and post a few things and whatever. So if you need to find me, I do try to check Instagram at least once or twice a day. Let's see. Yes, Amy, I'm almost to 100. I can't believe it. Because, when I went in the hospital, when I didn't post anything new, I lost like 11 to 12 people. So yeah, it's amazing. I managed to grow it again. And I was part of the worldwide write-a-thon, which helped also with the count. That was definitely bringing it up. So the last I checked, I was at 92. So I'm almost to 100. Thank you. Yeah, social media, definitely a huge distraction. I used to be on Facebook nonstop, and I miss it now. And that's where my daughter posts pictures of the new baby, the grandbaby. But I don't want to get caught back up into that mess with Facebook. So Instagram, I'll pop in every now and then and check it out. But yeah, that's what, excuse me, I have to figure out. I know most people do a Q&A for 100 subscribers. So, once I hit it, I will have to put out a call. For the, oh, thank you, Chocolate Witch. He's number 5. I have a grandson who's a sergeant in the Marine Corps right now. He's my oldest. And then my youngest is her other son, whose birthday is December. So he's not quite a year. And she has one that's 13 in the middle. Hers are all spaced really far out. And then my other daughter has 2 children. So I have 5 grandchildren. He's not my first. Yeah. The smaller ones can be supportive and whatnot, but the larger ones, you don't find this kind of stuff as much. When they're really big, they kind of like just move it along. No time to socialize. So we were getting ready to do a 40-minute. Did you find someone to do a tree with you, Jennifer? Or do we have to start over? Because that one won't work for me. And I don't know if anybody else is growing trees. So you let me know when you're ready to start, and I'll put the timer up. You have a new story now, Amy? So I know you were struggling with that one, and it sounded like you were doing something different when I saw you the other day. 40 minutes. Well, I'm glad you agree. Okay, everybody seems to agree. 40 minutes. Okay. All right. Well, there's one other thing. You can cancel that out and try a new one, and we can see if it's just that one that's not working. But I can't get into it, so I'm not sure what the problem is. I don't understand it. So if you want to cancel that one and create a new room, we'll try it again before I start the timer up. Because it might just be you and I. But if for whatever reason it does not want to let me in. Yeah, try another one. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hit anything on here until you put the code on, and hopefully it'll let me in this time. Because it was working the other night when Courtney and Brooke were doing their witching hour sprint. But then I had to redo the whole phone, and it hasn't worked right since. All right, let me try and see if I can get this one to go in. You are logged out or your session has expired. Please log in again. So I'm gathering they're saying I'm logged out of the app itself. I don't know a lot about smartphones. They're smarter than I am. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. I will mess around with this while we're doing a sprint. We'll do a tree hopefully next time, Jennifer. I'm sorry. I can't get it to work. I will see what it says about I'm not logged in. So, okay, Amy. All right, so let me go ahead. I'll set it for 40 minutes, and that gives me plenty of time to see if I can play with this and see what it is wrong. Maybe I'll have to on whatever you do. Sometimes my words don't come out. I'm sorry. Let me set the timer. First, I have to share the screen. Okay. Timer. Share. All right. 40 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Let me see here. What do I have to do? Maybe I'm just not logged in. I don't know the password. Do I have a password? Not according to this, I don't have a password. All right. Okay. I was not signed in. I didn't realize it, and I didn't have a password. So now I am signed in. I have a password, so it should work the next time. So we can do it next time. And plus, Rose is saying that she will do the Forest app as well. Okay. Amy, and you're, hey, I do fake smiles. I understand that. I think everybody does. Yeah, everybody's kind of saying the same thing. Okay, let's get to work. We've got a little over 30 minutes left. Next time we should be able to sign into the Forest app. So everything hopefully will work. I didn't realize I even had a password for that. So I never signed into it. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Nicole. Oh, hi, Jules. Okay. Nice to see both of you. Gotta keep checking over here. Got people in here today. I see I've missed a few more things. That's the only hard part about being a host and trying to work on stuff at the same time. So, Amy Lee has been working on a poetry book for mental health. That sounds great. I see some of you have the same issues I have. I have BPD myself, along with bipolar disorder, anxiety, PTSD, among a few other things out there, and having a rough time right now myself. So I can understand what others are definitely going through. I'm glad to see you're taking an active role in it, Amy. Can It can certainly help. Can certainly help. and it can help others. And that's even a nice thing to think about, that you're helping others. I'll have to check it out again. I'll write it down again because I have it somewhere, but I'm not sure where exactly it is. But that's great. I'm glad to see you're doing that. I understand about the Preptober thing. This has been a rough month for me too. Between all the hospital stuff I'm going through and the medical stuff I'm going through and the mental stuff I'm going through. And I'm not exactly looking forward to NaNoWriMo, and that's a bad thing. Okay. Doctor confirmed. I'm glad to see you're seeing somebody. Hopefully you can get some help. And keep doing that writing. There's definitely something about, if you can't talk to somebody, write it out. Definitely helps. Yeah, there's several types of anxiety. I never had a name put to mine until a couple months ago, and they decided I had generalized anxiety disorder, GAD. I had never had a name for it, so they finally put a name for it after I went through a kind of a freak out. So, yeah. But Preptober has been difficult. I'm trying to get into it. Tomorrow, I'm streaming with Charlie Dorset at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know whether he seems a little unsure how he's going to feel tomorrow. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. Hopefully, okay. Very good sentiment, Amy. To all the people that suffer from any mental health disorder, I love you, and you should never give up. Everybody is put on this earth for a reason. Just wanted to spread the love. You're doing a great job, Amy. And I thank you. I definitely thank you. And you have just made my stream tonight much better. And just remember that. You are my number one fan. You have been from the beginning, and there's something about there's something about you that makes things better. So remember that. You enter a room, you light the room up, and that's a good thing. Even when you were feeling bad, you were still trying to do your best to light the room up, and I appreciate it. So, speaking for other people who suffer, I definitely appreciate it. So, keep it up. I try to remember to check out your poetry. I've got a lot to do and things get lost, but I will try to check that out. And then I just gotta try to get through NaNoWriMo. I just don't know. It's difficult. And I don't want to dwell on the fact that Preptober has been so horrible. I don't want to jinx it. It's been bad, but that doesn't mean that the next month has to be bad too. So I'm actually getting a couple things on my blog done. So I'm actually getting words. I'm doing mill wordy and I've got nothing to put in it. So now I'm trying to do a prompt, and I need to write something, stream of consciousness. It means you don't think about it. And it has to start with an M. And I mean, the first thing I think of when M comes along is money. I know that's not what we want to think of. Money is the root of all evil. No one would write about money. That brings me to mental health. That's the other thing on my mind. Not sure I want to go there either. Yeah, Jennifer. Some of us get really carried away about November. And sometimes it is not a good thing. Sometimes it's better just to let it go and just to be ourselves. mm. Yeah, Jennifer. NaNoWriMo in November is a 50,000 minimum word goal to consider yourself a winner. It is kind of a downer, and it's hard. Obviously, it's hard to write 50,000 words. So a lot of people think of themselves as losers because they can't write 50,000 words in a month. And it is, I think, detrimental to a lot of people. There are other two, the ones they call camps in April and July. They let you set a goal yourself. So you can set what you think you can, do, and then you can be a winner. But on November, you don't get a choice. And you'll see all these blogs coming up, the vlogs. So people will come up with the videos of how they lost. And it is, it's sad sometimes because they really do come down on themselves hard for not making 50,000 words. And I think that's kind of the opposite of what they really are trying to do, but that's what it's turned into. Some people, 50,000 words is nothing. I mean, if you write for a living, so of course you're going to get a lot more words than some people. And some of us, it's just like for me, it's really a struggle. And I'm one of those people that kind of feels like, well, before I even start, I'm a loser, and that's not good. It's supposed to be fun, but people take it seriously. So I don't know. That's what I'm trying. That's what's bothering me right now is that I don't feel like it. And according to this, I just lost most of the people that were here. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they didn't like some people don't like long sprints, and maybe they just took off. I'm sure there's other people sprinting right now. So I'm trying to come up with an M word still that I can write about, besides money and mental health. There's got to be other M words out there. And I did have one earlier when I first read it. But I'll be darned if that word will come back. I don't know what it was. I thought of magic, but that doesn't help. Well, the blog page is ready if I ever decide to write about it. It's there. I've written quite a few blog posts today, so I'm getting something done at least. I did a good piece on my Nano project too, because I'm rewriting the one from July that I was working on, because it's definitely not a simple revision. It needs a rewrite. So that's my project, to rewrite it. Well, I have to think about how I want to change it to make it work. I was thinking M for mope, because I'm moping around here. I should try something more positive than mope. Probably, yeah, we probably went too long with the 40. I think that's why we lost several people. A lot of people don't like really long sprints. And we went 40, which is really long, like twice, 2 times a 20. A lot of people like 20s and 25s, so I think we better shorten it. And, we lost a few people, but we'll shorten it down. Because I was doing 30s the other day, because there was just me and somebody else here, and we just kept it at 30 the whole time. But a lot of people don't like to do it that one. Now, why do you feel a little bad, Jennifer? Oh, because they left. Well, hey, a couple people come back. Maybe they just stepped away. Or maybe their internet gave away like mine does. Or their computer froze like mine does. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. Or these could be new people. Who knows? We got some more people, so don't feel bad. But I think we need to keep the sprints a little bit shorter than 40. Because there are a lot of people that don't like long ones. So Amy said, "Oh, now see, Amy, my laptop shut down just when this was getting sweet." Oh, well, you're welcome. I hope you saw them all, because yeah, you were like one of the first people, if not the first person, to be on my stream. So you'll always be my number one. Mary! Oh my gosh, we haven't seen Mary in a long time. Mary's back. How's school? I know you were going to school the last I heard from you. I'm sorry, Jennifer, if I interrupted you with all the talking. I know I was kind of blathering on there for a while. Sometimes I don't know what to do with myself because I got it. I'm the host. And it's like, I look away and then something happens in the comments and I miss it and I don't know what to do. It's great to see Mary again. Amy's here. I forget who was the B. I haven't seen, I can't remember. We haven't seen B either. I was gone for so long that a lot of people I've forgotten. It's nice to see people I haven't had in here for a while. I thought I lost everybody. I was gone so long that I'd never see them again. I mean, you've been around for quite a while too, Jennifer. School's been a little rough. We've been studying for midterms the last couple of weeks. So, okay, yeah. That's why I haven't been around. I can imagine. But you're back. That's good. I'm glad to see you back. I know Amy is too. Now, so you don't have to feel bad, Jennifer. See, something happened. Like I said, her laptop shut down, and I know computer freezes up all the time. So people go in and out. They pop in, they pop out. This one's almost done, so we'll make them shorter. Are you going to write, Mary? I mean, it's just in your nature, and it's exhausting. Well, we all have our own different natures, that's for sure. We're all different. Okay, well, Mary, we just did a 40-minute one, and we think we lost several people because it was so long. So we're going to cut it down. It won't be 40 this time. People are disappearing. That's, it's like I can't see who's here. I can just see a number, so I have no idea who or what. I just know that there are currently 3 people here, and the number goes up and down, so people are popping in and out. Jennifer, 640 words is not bad, though. Okay, if you go and think about it, it was 40 minutes, but I was running my mouth, so. All right. There's a timer. Let's turn it off. Okay. Okay, Rose is still here. Great. Amy's still here. Rose is here. Jennifer's here. Cool. Maybe 25 next time. Yeah, 25 might be more reasonable. I mean, it was nice having that extra time, but we probably scared people away because people usually don't do that many. So I guess we'll just keep it down to like 25. So Jennifer got 640 words. I probably got a couple hundred at least. And I finished that other one. So probably around 300 and some I got. Amy says your streams are unique, Tessa. That's why we love you. Thank you. Yes, I'm unique, and I know I'm unique. There's nobody like me, and I am who I am. I'm not, you know, I can't change me. I don't want to change me. I am who I am, and hopefully that other people can understand that. And my streams are not like other people's streams, and some of them are very businesslike, and I like to be a little bit more friendly if I can. I mean, I have small streams, but I can talk to the people. When you have a couple hundred people, you don't talk to the people. There's just no talking. There's not enough time. So I'm glad that you appreciate it. That's what, see that, Jennifer, that's what I was just saying. The other streams are super crowded, and the chats are busy running so fast you can't keep up with them. And as a host, I'm supposed to stay on top of things while hopefully maybe doing something. And even on the smaller ones, sometimes I can't do that because I got to make sure everything's okay. There's not a problem in the chat or whatever. Mary also agrees. Amy agrees. We'll see. So, my chats will probably never be huge, and they'll probably be more friendly, user friendly. I don't know what the term I want, because there's not a lot of people going. If I talk too much, you can tell me to be quiet, because I do know I tend to talk a lot. Jennifer, that's where my mental health goes downhill. Big chat rooms. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a couple of people I do watch, but I usually don't go to their chats simply because you're just a number. You're just, if they even know you're there, you have no idea, because they're busy trying to keep all those people, and then they have their favorite people, which they're gonna be, sticking with. And I hope never to get to that point. I'm not that kind of person. I'm definitely not that kind of person. Yeah. Cozy streams. When it's crowded, anxious enters the chat. You're right. Jennifer says, I think especially with writers, since we compare ourselves so much. Yeah. And that's why I think, I know there are people sometimes that pop in because I can see the numbers. I can't see who, but I can see the numbers. And I'll see somebody, pop in there, and they don't say anything. And I understand that, because there's lots of times I've gone into a chat and I haven't said anything because I don't want to get involved either in the conversation or whatever, So I just use the sprint, for the sprint, and not say anything. And, there's a lot of people out there, I think, agree. Some don't like to say anything at all. They just want to. And I think that's why, I get a lot of views after the fact. When I go and look at my statistics, it'll say all these people viewed it. And it's like, well, I've done that. I've gone to one that's already, posted, and it's not live, and just, used it for a stream, but not actually. That way I don't have to be part of the conversation. I don't have to worry about it. Just listen to the talk and do the sprints. And so we've decided we're going to do what, 25 minutes this time? Yeah. Okay, Emily, I'm also an introvert, so I think that's I also get anxious around a lot of people, and there are more introverts in writing than extroverts. There are some. I have one that I just started following because I was curious because she told me that she was an extrovert. And it's really unusual, but I'm finding more and more extroverts are out there. They just don't like to say it because most people think a writer is an introvert. And most of us are probably, if you get right down to it. I know I get anxious around a lot of people. Even in real life, I don't like a lot of people. 2552. Okay. Let's see. Set up the room and see if I can get in it this time. Come on. Don't mess with me now. Let's see. Let's see what happens this time. I'm in. Okay. Problem fixed. All righty then. Okay. Group hug. Yeah. Group hug. There you go. Okay. We are family. Start singing. Very good. Okay. So, we ready to start the timer for, all right, 2552. Doesn't matter to me. I can do that. 2552. Has everybody joined? Because I'm going to start this in a few minutes. So make sure you've joined the chat if you're going to. I mean, join the Forest group if you're going to. Looks like maybe Mary's in there, if I remember that. And Jennifer. And it showed me when I first popped in. Now I don't see me, but doesn't matter. I know I'm in there. All right. I'm going to start us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. And we are off. There you go, Amy Lee. Sounds great. Yeah, I'll be a co-host. Or the host and host you. I'm doing my first on tomorrow is my very first where I'm going to host somebody else. I've done it myself, but I'm going to do my very first one. And it's the first person who let me be a co-host with them. So it's Charlie Dorset. So tomorrow at 6 Eastern Standard Time, Charlie and I will be co-hosting a stream on my channel. So if anybody wants to pop in at that time, it'll be Saturday, so it's not a weekday. So maybe if you have time, you can pop in with us. It's not as hard, Amy. I thought it would be horrible being, because I'm an introvert too. And I was scared witless that nobody would come. And granted, I only had maybe you and, a couple others. But actually, it's better that way because if I got bombarded with 100 and some people right off the bat, I don't know what would have happened. So you get your streaming set up and you let me know, and you can either be the host or you can co-host on my channel. Just let me know when you're ready. Okay. And now I'm interrupting people who are possibly working. I apologize if you're trying to work. Check out StreamYard.com. That's what most of us use. Now, you can get the free version. You get 20 hours a month. And in the beginning, that's probably all you need, unless you're like me who does 5 to 6 hour streams. Then I have to pay. I pay a monthly fee. I can decorate it the way I want to decorate it. But you want to use StreamYard, and they let you go in and play around with it. So look up StreamYard.com. And I'm still learning myself. I had to ask Charlie questions because tomorrow I'm on my own, and it's like, I don't know what to do. So you want to get StreamYard. They let you test it and play around with it. You can go in and play around with banners and stuff like that. And yes, you can do it free. Just keep under 20 hours for the month. So as long as you say do a couple 2-hour ones a week, you'll be most likely under 20 hours, and you'll be fine. If you do like me, I do a lot more than 20 hours. So I do pay a monthly fee, and I can decorate. I like making my own. Yours is just going to be very plain. It's going to say StreamYard on it. But you're starting out. You don't need anything fancy. Once you decide whether or not you want to do it all the time, if it's something that you enjoy doing, you can do it. So that's step number 1. Go to StreamYard.com, play around with their test, see how things work, ask questions. That's what I did. I don't know if you have Instagram. I have Instagram. I'm under Tessa Writes Full Time. You can write if you have an Instagram. You can send me a direct message there with questions, and I'll do my best. I'm still learning myself to help you along. So that's the first thing you need to do. And then you just, when you set it up, it'll ask you questions. You need to make a thumbnail. So you need to find out about thumbnails if you don't know how to make a thumbnail. So you can advertise on YouTube. When you set it up, put your thumbnail in there. The first time will be awkward. It's going to be awkward. It was awkward for me. It's still awkward, by the way. But if you do have Instagram, find me. Ask me questions. I'll try to help you along. The first one's going to be awkward. You're going to want to put it, like I said, you're going to, when you set it up, create one. You're going to put, your thumbnail. And you can do them free on Canva. And you just put it, YouTube thumbnail and create your thumbnail. And they're free on canva.com. Canva. Canva.com. Set up your thumbnail. Set in your time. And then it'll be set up on either under your name, and sometimes it pops up under the regular YouTube when they put up people that are streaming live. They'll put them up there. It's hard to see your own, so you don't know if it's up there or not. But if you go under your name, you'll see whether or not it's there. So that's what you want to do. So, yes, the first one will be awkward. And you need a YouTube account. I don't know if if you have one set up, or if you're just using, I'm not sure how to do it if you don't have an account. I mean, I know I used to go to YouTube all the time before I set up a channel, but you're going to want to set up a channel too. And so, you set up a channel, create a channel art with information on there. Yeah, I don't know what the age limits are. I can't help you there. And if you're if you're underage, you might need your parents' permission. So that's a good suggestion. I keep forgetting sometimes that you guys are younger, to make sure that it's okay. And check with StreamYard. I don't know what their age limit is. Honestly, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to worry about being carded for something. So make sure you can. Make sure you can set up a YouTube channel. Once you have your channel, you'll be able to stream with StreamYard if you're old enough. And there are plenty of videos that'll help you as well. You can learn how to do things with videos. So okay. I need to get something done. I need to get something. That'll be great, Amy. I hope to see you there. I like your fantasy idea. Very nice. Mm. Oh. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, long time no see is right. Nice to see you. Jules. uh, yeah, counting words when you handwrite, it's not much fun. Sorry, you still have to write some more. Sarah says, I've been trying to describe the vibe of my work in progress, but I can't think of any words that could be considered a vibe. Does anyone have any ideas on what a vibe should be or how to describe it? Hmm, interesting. mean, I know what a vibe is, but I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. I mean, I would think a vibe would be, you know, happy or sad or scary, you know. And that's my idea on what a vibe would be. Like, I'm writing a thriller, so the vibe is going to be scary because in thrillers, a lot of scary stuff happens. Hi, Dee Dee. Nice to see you. Rose got some good ideas. Yeah, that's what I said. Kind of the feeling that you get from it, that it's putting off. I mean, I wouldn't, most like rom com romantic stuff wouldn't be scary, but a thriller would be scary. A mystery would be scary. Comedies are definitely light and fluffy. I like that, fluffy. Uh, Definitely. We're just finishing up this sprint, Dee Dee, and we will be starting another one. We are also growing trees in the forest app. If you're into that, there will be a code to join in if you happen to be a forest app person and growing trees. And this time I finally got in, so steamy is not one. Well, I don't know, Amy Lee. A good romantic story could be steamy. I like that one. Fuzzy, fun, romantic, steamy. Yeah, steamy is. I mean, steamy obviously isn't going to be in a thriller. I wouldn't expect that. But a romance, if you're writing a romance, yeah. Young adult probably shouldn't be steamy because I don't think young adults should be at the steamy stage. So it's nice to see all you guys here. Now we started with a 25-minute sprint this time, and I gather that was more to everyone's liking. Let me turn this off. I hate when that thing goes off. Okay. I'm not sure. What was that, the second one? Because we did 40 minutes the first time. I think a few people got a little frightened off. So we will keep them down. Jennifer says, my teenager tries to discuss 50 Shades with me and how awful it was, and she never read it. I laughed at her. Oh, gosh. That's interesting. I haven't read it either. So I couldn't even offer an opinion as to whether it's any good or not. Oh, that's good. She's read your romance writing. That's a good thing. Yeah, I really don't know much about 50 Shades, so I couldn't offer an opinion there. I thought about doing a romance. I've got a couple ideas. I just don't know if I can develop them into anything. Okay, so Mary's got 434 words that sprint. Now that's a good amount of words for 25 minutes. Definitely good job. Anybody else? I finished my blog post finally and posted it. It's now up. So I put up 2 or 3 so far tonight, plus wrote some of my novel. So trying to get it situated because I still don't know exactly where that is going for Nano. But I got to split it up different than the way I had it. So I'm trying to take out the stuff I don't want to use and keep the stuff that I want to keep in there and write around it, you know. Let's see. Jennifer's got 488, another good one. Yeah, Amy, I'm sure 50 Shades is definitely not on your parents allowed to watch list. I haven't read it, but I've heard enough about it to know that's probably not going to be allowed. That's a good first line. I like that. Very good. Amy hasn't, I don't think she's ever actually said exactly what her age is. That except that, yeah, she's younger than 18. That's all she's ever given us. And I keep forgetting that when, she asks me questions and I'm thinking, oops, I forget that you're young. There's a lot of teenage writers out there. Yeah, that is good that she's in touch with mental health issues. I try to advocate because I'm 64, and when I was a child, I suffered from mental health issues, but nobody talked about it when I was born. That was not a topic that was up for discussion. My parents had no idea what was wrong or that anything was really, really wrong. Because I was their first child. And so it wasn't until I was in my 30s and I had a mental breakdown that I even knew anything about mental health. And so I am fighting to try and get other people to understand and to, seek help if you need it. So it's great when, the younger people especially, are getting the help that they need. That's really good. I've written a lot about my life and my struggles. I wrote a lot of bipolar posts that were published on a bipolar blog. My experience um, with additional uh, research to back it up. You know, but it took a long time for me to get the help I needed, and I may have been a lot better off if I could have had that help when I was younger, but I didn't get it. And I want to make sure that those that need it do get it nowadays, and more is available. That's good, Mary. I'm glad your college offers counseling. That's sometimes very necessary. I mean, my parents have apologized for not getting me the help I needed, but they didn't know any better. They didn't do it out of spite or anything. They just didn't know, you know. So when, my own children came to me, I made sure they got what they needed. So I'm doing my best to educate, to help people that want to. And if you just need to talk, as I've told others, I don't mind. I have an email, it's in my description. Email me. If you want to talk, I'll listen. I have no problem with that. I'm not a doctor, though. I can only offer you my experiences. I cannot offer you medical care. Just an ear to listen. But I would definitely take advantage. A lot of jobs will offer it. That's how I got my first therapy session, was through my job, and I got another job got me therapy too. They paid for the first few sessions, and then my insurance kicked in. So that's good, Jennifer. That's definitely good. And sometimes listening is just all I need. I mean, I lived with my father. He was a night owl like me, and we'd talk during the night. And he's like, I don't know what to say. I wish your mother was here. Well, I wish my mom was here too. She understood. She was great to talk to, but I don't have my mother anymore. So, you have to step in, and you're doing a great job. Just listen to me. You don't have to do anything. Just listen. Of course, now he had a stroke 2 years ago, and I don't have my dad either. So, you know, it's hard. It's harder. Let's put it that way. So now we're getting a little morose. And I can hear the young people say, what does that mean? 'Cause that's what I get from my kids. Jennifer's work has some kind of support, but I've been through the mental health department myself a few times now. It helps, but I never stick with it. Yeah, I've been hospitalized twice. I've gone into the whole partial hospitalization program after it, which is, 5 hours of therapy a day, which is wow. 5 days a week, 5 hours a day, something else. And of course, in the hospital, it's 7 days a week. So, and things change. So, what works one day doesn't necessarily work the next. So, before we get any deeper into this, do we want to have another sprint? And for how long? Yeah, twice. Yeah, I've done it twice too. After my hospital stay, each time I had to go to the PHP afterwards. That was the only way they would release me, was if I agreed to go to the program. So, and that was usually from 4 to 5 weeks. So, yeah. Okay, we've got a 2021. Jennifer's the one in charge of the trees, so she's got to set up the tree. If you want to grow trees, watch for the code in the thing. And she sets up a tree. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we got a 2021. So yeah, 20 is fine. How do I get that out of here? I don't want sleepy time. Go away. Or sleep town, whatever you want to call it. I already have it. Cancel. Cancel. Let's start it. Yes. Phone's going crazy. All right, let me try to join here. All right, I'm in. All right. Anyone else want to join before I start the timer? I'm going to start setting it up. So you got another minute or so to get signed into. I'll give you another minute or so. Then I'm going to start the timer. Are you joining any? Let's see. Mary joined us. I'm not sure she's still here. If you want to join, now's the time to do it, because I'm going to start this timer and she's going to start that soon. All right, I'm going to start this timer. I've got it set for 20 minutes, 21 seconds, as requested. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, now I've started. We're on our way. All righty. Tree started. We got 20 minutes. Figure out what I want to do this time. Let's see. I'm gonna mute this just so you're not banging around in here. Hi, words for. It's autumn, I believe, if I remember correctly. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. I don't know if you are interested in the forest app, but on this blog, occasionally, tonight being one of them, we are doing the forest app. If you want to join in the next one, this one's already started. And if you're not sure what it is, it's where you can grow trees. It's a productivity app to help keep you, paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing and not everything else. So we will do another one with the next sprint. This one's currently starting. Hi, Renee. I do not remember seeing you before. Nice to see you. We're about halfway through the first. No, it's not the first sprint. The first sprint, we were crazy and went for 40 minutes, and I think we scared people away. So we're back to doing between 20 and 25-minute sprints. As I was just explaining, we're also growing trees on the tree app. Yeah, I thought so, Renee. I hadn't seen your name before. Oh, Autumn, you drug her along. Okay. Well, anyhow, you got here. It's nice to see you. I'm currently looking at, I have a blog, so I'm currently trying to see if I need to do any posts on it. Also, between that and working on my nano project. So, you can do whatever you wish. Okay. I keep wanting to call you Words for Autumn. It's much nicer than Words Fall. Has the forest app. If you know how to do it to join a group, when the next one comes, you can join the group. Because we're growing trees, and Jennifer is in charge of the trees. She's got a bunch of trees. If I do it, you get 1 tree or 2 trees, but that's it. I don't have much to choose from. So Jennifer's usually my tree person. Okay, you're currently outlining your nano project, Renee. That's good. Jules is almost done with her writing for the night. I'm still handwriting for the day since my brainstorming is much better on paper. Paper, man, I don't like paper. Paper drives me crazy. I had to do that when I was in the hospital, and that drove me nuts. Amy says to Renee, you're going to enjoy it here. Welcome to Tessa's writing family. Okay, thank you, Amy. Amy's my PR, my public relations person. I've missed you, Amy. I really have. This has been so much fun tonight. I'm glad to see you back. If I don't see you going, Jules, I'll say goodnight now, just in case you sneak out when I'm not paying attention. Since you're almost done. And as Amy pointed out, I'm close to 100 now, so I have to do my 100 whatever. Most people, I guess, do question and answer, so I may have to put out a thing for people to put together some questions so I can do question and answer when I hit my 100. Not too far now. It's funny. I got subscribers I got to worry about on here. I got subscribers on my blog I have to worry about. And it's my blog's not doing too bad. It's doing pretty good. Just like with, I lost a lot of people when I was in the hospital being gone so long and not making anything new. The same thing happened with my blog. I lost a lot of readers. So now I'm in the process of trying to win them back. So I'm sorry. I have to eat some pretzels and I have to keep my blood sugar even. And they're saltless because I'm not allowed to have salt. Yummy. No sugar, no salt, no fat, no cholesterol. I'm not sure what that leaves. You're more like my PA. Okay, you're not far behind me. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed a few things. You guys have been talking. Let's see. Jules said, I have the tendency to either hit the mute button or be listening to ambience instrumental music at night. Oh, the other day I hit the mute button and I'm talking and talking and talking and I'm not paying attention to the chat and they're like, can you hear her? And finally it dawned on me that they couldn't hear what I was saying, so I had to start all over after I unmuted myself. But I didn't want a lot of banging and whatnot going on. I'm sorry I'm crunching pretzels right now, but with the diabetes, I have a tendency at nighttime to drop, and trying not to do that. Trying. Oh, gee. I put that up there and didn't realize it. Okay. Yes, I am diabetic and on insulin. I have an insulin pump. So my body doesn't make insulin anymore. So I have a pump to constantly put insulin in my body. You know, Amy, that's a pretty good piece. I think your new story is pretty interesting. Definitely. No, I it's definitely. I saw bits and pieces in one of the other sprints too, and you were doing pretty good. So I think you found a good story. Well, that's good, Autumn. Your first nano, and if you win, you're going to do a reward and get a wireless keyboard. Good job. 50,000 words is not easy, so you deserve it. If you can come up with 50,000 words, it's definitely not one I can say I've won every time. They're camp ones when you can set your own goal. I usually don't have a problem with because I set a goal that I feel I can definitely do. But 50,000 words for me is hard. Oh, it's not your first nano, just your first time doing a reward system. Hey, whatever works, right? If you need more reward than a little piece of paper that says you did it, then I say go for it. Me and my yummy pretzels. Oh, this one's almost done. All right. We are done. How'd everybody do? Amy doesn't know if she wants to do Nano. She's still deciding. Amy did 171 words and a bit of lovely chatting done with my writing peeps. Don't know why I said that. It was described as grammarly on crack on the podcast I was listening to. Holy cow. Renee says, I get that. My son is 7, type 1 diabetic, so I get everything you go through with all the sugar ups and downs. Yeah, since I've been on insulin, I didn't realize how bad it could be. And I am having some kind of issue she's just made she changed my pump settings. And last night, I went to bed. It was fine. I didn't eat anything. And when they woke me up at 4:30 from the sleep study I was at, I checked my sugar and it was down to 43. And that is bad news. And I had nothing with me because I didn't have my normal handbag because I couldn't bring that with me. And I'm like, I got to go get something somewhere, 4:30 in the morning. So I don't know what's causing the problem, and I have to make sure I let her know what just happened. Okay, so Autumn did 12 words. 12 more than he had. Not bad. Sarah did 243 words and plotted out the opening image of her word in progress for Nano. Good going. Amy's dad is doing a barbecue and the smell is lovely. Oh, gosh. I love barbecues. I would love to have that much more than these unsalted pretzels, let me tell you. Dee Dee has 367 words. Congratulations. Jennifer, 280 words. Lasai. Renee says, yeah, it can get scary if you don't watch out. Yes, it is. And not knowing, it wakes me up because it's happening approximately that 4, because that was 4:30 this morning when they woke me up and it was already 43. So I don't know how long it had been dropping. And it was fine when I went to bed. So she doesn't know exactly what's going on. She tried stopping the amount of insulin and lowering it that I get during the morning, but obviously that didn't help because it was 43 this morning again. And it does wake me up usually. Sarah says to me, I feel that pain. Both my dad and grandparents suffer from low, high blood sugar. Yeah, it ain't, and it's bad enough, but it's scary. When it drops, I mean, I become really sometimes like scrambling because I feel so bad and I feel like I'm going to pass out. And it was funny. I kept wondering why I wanted food. Like I really wanted food. It was really, really wanted food. And I looked it up and it said that one of the side effects of very low sugar is wanting to eat. So that, you know, I mean, I wanted food so bad one morning. I cut myself bad. I cut 2 fingers wide open trying to open a can of peaches because I couldn't find anything with carbs in it. Because obviously, for the most case, I try not to keep too many carbs around the house. And I cut my hands, 2 fingers wide open, because I was trying to get that open. And it drops very fast. Yeah. Yeah. That's why she wants me to get a continuous glucose monitor. And she wants me, but then again, I'm not awake usually at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm not going to see it coming. It comes and I don't, I don't know it till it's woken me up and I feel like whatever I feel like. Pulling the curtains closed and sits in darkness. Spooky October. Very good. Jennifer, do you listen to podcasts at Amy? Amy says, my mom's blood sugar goes up rapidly and drops very fast. So you guys got an idea what I'm going through. Autumn says, cracked halo is at 47,121 words. That's a lot of words. Good job. Amy at Jennifer, yep, the Rebel Author podcast is what I'm listening to lately. Okay, Jules finally, oops, I missed it, moved. Okay, yay. I finally managed to hit my goal for the night. Hurrah. Good job. Glad you made it. Jennifer, spooky thing made me think of one. Renee says you just have to learn your body and what you eat. Yeah, but the weird thing is it was fine when I went to bed and I didn't eat anything. And then it wake up in the morning and it drops to 43. And it's doing it in the morning time. So it's doing it when I'm not awake. That's an issue. Dee Dee says that's great. To Autumn and Jules. Autumn says thanks. Renee says awesome to Autumn. Amy says to Jennifer, what podcast is that? Jennifer, MFM, my favorite murder. Jennifer, it's true. Crime, comedy, mental health talk. That's quite a combination. Amy Lee, that sounds cool. To Jennifer. And Dee Dee, MFN is great. Dee Dee agrees with you. Jennifer, they sort of babble a lot, but I really enjoy. I babble a lot too, unfortunately. All right, Jill says, thank you for the sprints. It's now 1:15 a.m. Yep, my time too. And I need to head to bed. Thanks again, Tessa and everyone. You're welcome, Jules. I'm glad you joined us. Have a great night. I'll see you around. Yeah, we've been sprinting for 2 hours now. And it's 1 o'clock my time. I'm on the Eastern Standard Time, the East Coast of USA. Amy and I have gone for like 6 hours before. Like people get on mine. I was like, if there's people there and I'm not feeling tired, I don't mind to keep going. It's not a problem. So I'm fine. I don't have to get up early tomorrow. So, I'm fine to go on. Everybody wants to sprint again. Let me know the times. Okay, Renee, sounds like you're an hour behind me. It's just past 1 here. 6:17 p.m. in New Zealand. Yeah, I know you were always. That's why you were always up so long. Went so long because you still had. It was so early for you. I don't listen to music when I write. I don't put the TV on. I don't listen to music. I'll sometimes sprint with people, but there's usually no noise. I find noise distracting. 28, 2882. Now you're starting to sound like the others. Obviously, they're not 82 seconds in a minute, so that's going to go over to 29 something. Um, Jennifer has a busy house, so she usually keeps an ear open to see if she's needed. Amy says, I can't write without music, as weird as it may sound. No, I don't think it's weird. I know there's a lot of people that way. For me, it's distracting, especially if I were to put on the music I like, which is rock and roll. I want to get up and dance to it, so I'm not going to get anything done if I'm dancing around the house. So it's better just not to put it on. I'm not even sure if my stereo works anymore, to tell you the truth. It's so old. That's a big sister silence is rare. Well, I had a little sister and a little brother. And I don't remember about the silence. That was a long time ago. Mm. All right, I'm going to get the room code. We haven't set the time yet. Cannot join the room. Cannot join the room. Did I put the wrong thing in? No. I didn't put the wrong thing in, but it's not letting me join, Jennifer. So it's giving me that same error as before. It says either the room does not exist anymore or the session has already started. Okay, did you do something wrong? Okay, Sarah. You're welcome. Have a nice night. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's try this again. Join the room. Okay, Autumn, you get out the thing and type in the code that Jennifer has put in there. YMQ. Oh, I think I typed something wrong. Yeah, I did. No, that's not going to work. M. Try this again. QP3. That was my fault. Okay, I'm in. All right. So, all right. Renee says she's joined, and we're okay. Autumn says she's got it. Okay. Oh, it's like a little ghost. Cool. All right. So it looks like we're going for 25 minutes. Set the timer up. Oh, 25. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Jennifer says she has all the fall trees. Okay, I heard it click, so it's doing its thing. Yep. Alrighty. See you guys shortly here. Okay, I'm not going to sit try to type this out because it'll take me forever. When we rode on the motorcycle, I was on the back. There is, of course, a lot of wind, but the person in front absorbs most of that, especially if they're taller than you. So I didn't get hit with a lot of wind. You have to balance. You have to be able to balance. You have to be used to vibration, if depending on how the motorcycle is built. Some of them, of course, are much rougher than others. Some ride smoothly. And of course, the faster you ride, the more vibration there's going to be. Where I live, you have to wear a helmet. So, depending on whether you have a helmet on or not, if you don't have a helmet, you have to do something with your hair if it's long, because it blows all over the place and whips around and gets all knotted up. Now, my ex-husband had fairly short hair, so he didn't have that problem. I had to make sure mine was pulled back and in my helmet because the wind whipped it around. And it would be in my eyes and whipping my face. And then there's another thing that's always fun, and that's running into bugs, because if you don't have a helmet on, they hit you in the face. That may not be an issue your character has to deal with, but depending on where you're riding and what you're riding, yes, you might have to worry about bugs being in your face, in your eyes, in your mouth, between your teeth. The vibration. You're not supposed to do this because it's really dangerous, but I used to fall asleep. I would have my aunt, because with our motorcycle, we had the piece on the back. So he had a trunk, and he had the, I forget what they call it. He had a piece there that, went against my back to keep me from falling off. Brother singing opera. That's interesting. But I would fall asleep on it. So depending on what your story is, you need to be alert. You need to be able to lean into the turns, because when you make a turn, the motorcycle has to roll to the side that you're turning. And if you fight it, it could cause you to actually fall off and have an accident. Okay, so we're talking female, obviously. She's stealing a motorcycle. Now, see, that's going to be a little bit harder, because unless she's a tall female, stealing a motorcycle is difficult. I was too short, so I couldn't even find really a motorcycle that I could reach the ground on. So for me, I wouldn't be able to steal a motorcycle. So your character has to be tall in order to be able to steal a motorcycle. Because most motorcycles, especially if they're owned by men, are going to be taller. So keep that in mind. If it's a female, make sure your character is tall, or she's not going to be able to steal a motorcycle. It would be almost impossible to come across a motorcycle that's small enough that she could hold up and get on and stand there and hold with her feet on the ground, which is what the person has to be able to do. Now, I couldn't. and I got up on the back, but he was already holding the bike with his, hands on the handlebars, feet on the ground. So it's going to be harder for a female. That's the problem. If your character is short, they're not going to be able to jump just on a motorcycle and go. Like I said, most motorcycles are too tall. And if they're a short character, they're not going to be able to do it. You can't just jump on and go. Doesn't work quite that way. So you either have to change your character or change your mode. Because there's not a lot of small female bikes out there. You can get them, but it's not something you're going to see often because, a lot of females that ride just aren't that short. So there's not going to be a lot of short bikes out that your character's just luckily going to run into a small bike that just happens to be sitting there to steal. So, I don't know what to tell you there, except that won't work too well. Can you make her taller? Does she have to be short? I mean, if she's tall, then she can jump on a bike and chase after him, no problem. But if she's going to be short, it's not going to be very believable. I mean, some people may not think about the fact. How should she chase after the dude? Well, a sports car, a really badass sports car, a fast one. That would definitely work. You wouldn't have to worry about height then if there happened to be, and if she can hot wire a sports car, it's even better because that makes her more badass. Most females don't go around hot wiring cars, but a badass female, now that's cool. Hot wire the car, jump in and chase after him. I would look and see what kind of sports cars are out there that look really, fast. Expensive even if she's got, that. I mean, she's stealing, so she doesn't even have to have money. She can steal one of those really, really, fast, expensive sports cars. Well, Autumn says, what if she makes her own motorcycle? I'm not I mean, if she owns one, then yes, it's going to be made for her. And if she's short, she'll have one that's short because it'll be made for her. I mean, you could do that. If you want her to be on a motorcycle, it would have to be her own. So it's made for her, height. So yeah, that could definitely happen. Good idea, Autumn. Yeah, jump on her own motorcycle. That'll definitely work. Because if it's her own, like I said, it'll be fitted for her. So she'll be able to jump on it and go. Oh, this is about to run out. Timer. Okay. How'd everybody do? Our little ghost tree grew. Cool. Okay. I got some editing done, but it's taken me forever with this word. My computer's so darn slow anymore. I can't write anything on it. And it's really, I don't know how I'm going to do NaNoWriMo and get 50,000 words when I can barely write 1 or 2 a day. I mean, it's so slow. It isn't funny. Editing sucks. Yeah. Well, I have to do something at this point, and since I can't really write because it takes so long to write words, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do NaNoWriMo when I can't get it to write. I mean, maybe if I close everything up, reboot it, and only open Word, maybe I'll be able to write. Okay, so Autumn got 123. Good. Dee Dee got 325 that time. And she's going to head out, and thanks for the sprints. Well, you're welcome for the sprints. Thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Autumn is worried about editing. Well, I do editing probably not the way, you're thinking about, with all the edits that editors do. Editing to me is just more fixing, proofreading, that kind of stuff. I don't know about anything about actual editing. So it's more of a proofreading kind of a thing. Amy got 42 words and a bit of research. Cool. Renee, 87 words. Good. Jennifer had to restart and made a snack. I was munching on my pretzels over here. And Amy says, bye, Dee Dee. So, yeah, I got a few more words, but I just can't get this to do anything. And I can't afford a new computer right now. Well, that's what I really need. I got two very old computers. They're 5 and 6 years old, and they just don't have the memory to handle today's programs. And it doesn't matter if I switch from Word over to Google Docs, it's slow, period. Everything's slow. Sometimes I can't do my email while it goes through its things. And so I'm still lucky it lets me stream. If it gets to the point that I can't stream, then I got a problem. Real problem. Amy has a pinched nerve in her elbow, which results in her pinky finger having pins and needles. I have the same problem, only it affects more than just my pinky finger. Though lately it hasn't been so bad. I had a shot in my elbow, and at first I didn't think it did anything. A few months later, it's not really bothering me, but it was pretty bad there for a while. Okay, so are we up for another sprint, or what are we doing? We've been sprinting almost 3 hours now. So anybody that started with me, it's been 3 hours. I have found that if I bend my elbow, yes, it will definitely affect it. So if I find that it starts bothering me, I try to straighten my arm out. So you may find that like I'm doing right now, I'm sitting with my elbow bent and leaning on my hand. Yeah, it's been 3 hours. I do have a problem after a while, and I'll have to straighten it out. But it hasn't been as bad as it was. It was really bad there for a while. But I did have a shot of cortisone into that. So what are we doing, guys? Writing some more? Or what? See, that's the thing I can do because I pay monthly. I have as many hours as I want on here. When I first started out, trying to keep to that 20 hours to keep it free was hard. Autumn's on TikTok. I don't know exactly. I've heard of TikTok, but I don't know what it is. Couldn't tell you. 20 minutes. I guess 20 minutes is fine. No one else has set a time, so 20 minutes. Writers on TikTok. Yeah, so I don't even know what TikTok is. Heard of it, but I've never seen it. All right, go ahead and set one for 20 minutes. A room, I mean the tree, and then I'll set up the room. I set up the timer. I'm a little tired. I heard they had banned TikTok. I heard the president banned it. I haven't heard anything since then, but I heard they had banned it. All right, there's the room code. Let's see here. MVX. All right, I'm in the room. Whoever's joining, go ahead and join. Amy's got to watch the age thing. If there's an age limit on there, she may not be able to post on TikTok. Yeah, it might be our last sprint. Okay, she put it in the you'll have to go back. She put it in the it's here. There's the code. Okay. All right. We can do one more after this one. What was the time? 2021. All right. 2021. All right. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Haven't you been joining the rooms, Amy? Thought you were doing that already. Can't get this off. There it goes. Yeah, I thought you were already joining the rooms. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Taking me forever, but having a choice. Oh, okay. Jennifer's heading out. I may have missed her. If not, the one tomorrow I have us set up is at 6 o'clock with Charlie Dorset. Hmm. Food. Okay, Autumn's going. Bye. Jennifer's going. Autumn's at 47,246. That's a lot of words. Well, actually, the one I'm working on right this moment is 44,554 words. But this is the old document that I have to start taking apart. So I got to almost 45,000 words before I started taking it apart. So I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to use and not use. I don't know how I keep getting things up on there and I'm not hitting anything. Go away. I didn't put you up there. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. Wow. That was a fast 20 minutes, too. Okay. All right. Another sprint done. We just added a few words, nothing major. Anybody else get anything done this sprint? Hi, BH. Nice to see you. We just finished a sprint. Now we're trying to decide whether we want to do another one or not. I've been sprinting for 3.5 hours almost. Emily ate some dinner while watching BookTube. BH is not currently writing, was scrolling on my phone before bed. Super unhealthy of me. Yeah, it's almost 2:30 here, 2:30 a.m. here, so I need to hit the bed soon myself. Everybody's kind of leaving now, so there aren't too many of us left. Well, we gotta make a decision because either I start another sprint or we just end it now because I need to get medications and stuff before I go to bed. So you need to know what you want to do. There's a few people here. Okay. You're ready to end it. That's fine with me because like I said, I am getting tired. I do have medications I have to take and they take a while. They're not just swallow a pill. I have to take nebulizer medicines and they take a while to take through the nebulizer. Probably about a half an hour's worth of medication I have to take that way, plus my pills. So, okay. Bye, BH. Hope to see you again. We're sprinting tomorrow at 6 with Charlie Dorset, Eastern Time. It's Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Charlie Dorset tomorrow. If you have time, you can stop by. Not sure how long it'll last. Okay, Amy. You too. And I am so glad to see you back. I have missed you. Bye-bye. And for anybody who's still here, I'm going to end it now. We sprinted for, like I said, 3.5 hours. So it's time to end. Hope I'll see you all again. Bye-bye. You're welcome, BH. I usually sprint Tuesday and Thursday at 8, Fridays at 11. The Saturday is a pop-up. It wasn't a planned one, but I have a guest host, so we'll have a special one tomorrow. So if you can make it, That would be great. 6 p.m. Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. And good night, everyone. Bye-bye.